Hello and welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. I am KOTOR Wilson and I will be your guide along this journey. Last time we became a Jedi and we got a lightsaber. This one's blue. Anyway,
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
we are Jedi. What are you talking about?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
I like how the guy is still walking around. Did they kill her?
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
Got a few options here. Make it worth my while. Protect you. I'll kill them, which is my concerned. Revenge is never a good reason.
Please, I beg of you, find the Mandalorian raiders and destroy them so my daughter can rest in peace.
Okay, so he really wants some peeps dead. There are... Oh, hello. What do you do? I didn't know you were named. Yes, you are a Jedi. I'm grateful that your people harbored me in my time of need. What happened? A victim, a refugee, fled my own world, Sith, bombed my world, destroyed it. Sith are bad. But I run here, find the Jedi. They take me in, one left of a billion, yes. The Republic fights, but does not win. Not you to blame, of course, no, Sith are strong, blah blah. My thanks you have, in your order. You might give something back for their generosity. Okay. I have to go. Bye. Got a settler over there. No, I don't want to talk to him. Got a settler over there. We're not really that interested in him. But we do have a side story here that we need to do.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Your companion?
We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Could he have been kidnapped?
Could it have been Cathhounds?
Cathounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
Could someone have... Could it be opened from the inside?
Well, yes, it could have. But he had no reason to run away. His programming...
Your missing companion is a droid. Really?
Well, yes. He is a droid. But he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Yes, T3, I understand that you're concerned about him too.
He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
You live alone with this droid.
He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound. Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me.
If I happen to see him, I'll send him back to you. I'm kind of on a mission to cross lightsabers with a doofy, but yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Alright, so we have to go find a droid. However, I want to talk to this guy right here. Greetings, fellow sentient. I notice that you're not heavily armored, or at least not heavily armed enough. Please allow me to... Loopy. I'm recording Loopy. Sorry, that's my cat that's distracting me. I am Adam, a simple merchant. Purpose. The settlers and noble humans of Dantooine have been plagued by Cathounds, raiders, and other fearsome troubles of late. It is much too sad to see these things happen to such people as this, therefore I've made this my mission to be. You're trying to sell me something, aren't you? To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I shall offer the highest of quality of weapons at the lowest of low prices for them. I am here offering you much in the way of weaponry at low prices. This guy really sounds like he wants me to buy something. Let me see what you're selling. This guy has some really good armor. Some armor that we cannot afford. For instance, 10 armor, no dex, but resists 10% of cold, fire, and sonic, and it's fully upgradable. This armor freaking rocks if you have no dexterity. And of course, you don't plan on using force powers. This one here is a 7 plus 3 possible. Resist sonic, so that one's not quite as exciting. What else did you have? A blaster pistol or a repeating blaster. That's not a pistol, that's a two-handed thing. Blaster rifle. Grenades, grenades, grenades! Oh, I really want this. Anyway, didn't have exactly what I wanted. And up there is a Cath Hound, which is going to attack! Hopefully I will be able to show you the force jump ability that I learned last episode. Ah, excellent. Let me just do that. And you can see how that is much more efficient than some of the other things that you can do. Now I'm going to speed myself up so that I can get the extra attack and the extra defense. And hopefully, there we go. You can see there were 2 numbers that came up on the screen. That's because it did 2 attacks. Now, we've got a few places we could go. We could just go right through here and go straight south. If you remember, it said the Metale grounds there. The Metales are one of the families that are feuding. But I want to clear out this area as much as I can first. Thunk! Excellent. We've now made our way to the grove. That over there is the grove. But before we go there, this is a great place to save the game, because this is actually a little bit of a difficult fight compared to some of the other fights in this game. So here we go. Alright, person. She's coming out to say hi.
will be your doom!
Oh, she's gonna be our doom. That does not sound good for us. Yes. At the start of this fight, she automatically stasises both of your companions. So this is a fight that you have to do without them. So, I still have my awesome buff up. If you notice right here, you can see the arrow. That means that you have a buff applied. You just kind of have to pay attention to which buff it is. And because, of course, we're being guardians, we stomped her. Who are you, and what did you do with my family?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
Why did you embrace the dark side?
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
And I laugh at your pathetic... We probably shouldn't say that. The dark says, you slew your master?
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
Well, I just want to talk.
Talk? You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power.
And then here's a persuade attempt, but that will probably fail because we have no charisma. I do not hold anger towards you, Juhani. I wish you peace.
Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Again, a possible persuasion thing, but there is an option here that we can go that we don't have to persuade. I believe it's this one. The first step on the path of true knowledge is knowing that you are ignorant.
I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Even in death, the Force will allow... Well, let's see, what do we have? I suppose there's no hope. I must kill you then. But I believe the Force will allow her to live on.
If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. I think, in my own way, I truly loved her. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
I believe if we do this one, show them you're free to yourself of this base passion, that's the one that she needs.
If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, and maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done?
If you can, let's try this one.
The Council may forgive a lot, but not this. I am lost. Even though I would repent, there is nowhere left for me to go. Leave me to my hopelessness.
Oh, I messed it up. Talk to you again. Oh good, they left us at the same spot. It might be.
The Council may
Nope.
How can I ever...
Your inner peace and harmony will show them your serenity.
I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. If only there was some way I could make this up to you. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Alright, so that is actually a fight that the outcome of that fight makes a big difference. If you slay her, she cannot become a companion for you. So, yes, she can be one of your followers, but you have to do the right thing or have a really good charisma and pass all those persuades. So, that is how you do that. Now, I'm gonna come over here real quick. There's some things that need doing. Some cat hounds that need cat hounded. Let's go ahead and do my defense. Get my defense up, get my extra attack. And then, hi! You want to be lightsabered as well, I see. Hector. No, don't. Stay here. Yeah, good doggy. And there we go. Alright, this is another bit of a tough fight. Here is these Mandalorians. But as you recall, somebody wanted them gone, so we're going to try to take... Oh my gosh! They deal a lot of damage. I need a heal. Ow. Can I? Yeah. Darn. Oh, and a Cath Hound. This might be a bad time. Alright, so I took a little bit of time to clear out the area there once I used flamethrowers to kill those dudes. Came across this guy here who is going to have us do a little side quest of his own. Apprentice, your arrival here is well timed. Who are you? I am Baluk, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, and both the suspects and I speak Basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you have been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you are not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. What do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by two suspects. I have brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives both at the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and expertise, or experience, to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There's little benefit for if you do not solve this problem by yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you've gathered all the evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenarios with me. And so, yes. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier before the clouds broke. I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today. But that is not the most puzzling aspect of the case. The dead man, Calder Nedic, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it. It has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. 2 other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was Handon Gold. He was unarmed. The other was Ricard Lusoff, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men said they do not do anything, and that they came across the body, but both also accused the other. Obviously, there is more to this than what we have been told. Is there anything else I should know? There is one last thing. When I arrived, Handon was holding his side, and Ricard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. And he will be here, if we need him. Alright, so let's start off by talking to this guy here.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Ricard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Interesting. Interesting. Let's find out what Handon says.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Did you see the killer? Well, actually, let's just go on.
And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Alright, and one more to talk to is this droid here.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Nedic, Ricard Lusoff, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Nedic. Is there any information you require?
Tell me about these planes.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need?
What did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
I will have more questions later.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Alright, let's go talk to this guy here. Yes, is there something I can do to help you in this investigation? I want to talk to you about it. Start at the beginning. If we find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt resolve the case. Hannon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Ricard came out of the shadows of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Ricard said he was hunting Iriaz, saw one through the glare of the sun and shot at it. It is possible that Ricard may have shot Calder accidentally and Handon may have found the body, but that seems a very unlikely explanation. It's more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously, one of these men is not telling us something, but where does the truth lie? I believe Ricard is doing some lying. See, here's the thing. It was cloudy and there was no sun glare. Yes, well done. It was very cloudy this morning. If it had happened as Ricard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught Ricard in a bit of a lie. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. The lie doesn't prove Ricard is guilty, but I think you have taken the first step in unraveling this mystery. We should proceed on to the next point. We need to find a motive for the killing. Maybe you should talk to the men about their relationship with the victim. And he'll be here if we need him.
So, what do you want to know?
Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew it. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
I want to ask you something else.
So,
Know the victim, why were you out here? Why would someone want to kill him?
you Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Bullock guy.
Okay, I want to ask you something else. Says you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
Alright, so that's all we're going to get out of him.
How can I be of further assistance?
Do you know the victim?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
Don't worry, no one said you killed him just yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
I want to ask you something else.
How can I...
Why were you out here?
I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's...
Yes, of course. Do you often run around the plains?
Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say.
Yes, of course. I want to ask you, you're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
That's all for now.
Of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Okay, and of course we want to talk to the droid.
Is there any other information you need?
What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
How about Calder and Rickard?
According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
What can you tell? What did you find on the body?
Preliminary analysis of the...
Already saw that. Tell me about these planes. Already saw that. Alright, I'll have more questions later.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
And that is where I'm going to end it for now. We are going to continue this investigation next time. But if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will let you know when I pop out a new video. For those of you that are subscribed, I will see you on the next video. Bye.